Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday morning Kundalini class. We are started in a seated meditation position, so once you get your yoga mat situated, setting up your seat, just allowing the eyes to close. I will warn and apologize right from the beginning of class. There's construction right next door. The sawing seems to have stopped. That only disturbed my practice this morning, which really wasn't that bad. It is very loud. So there is a chance that may happen. You may hear some hammering. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about that. So we're going to do the best we can. And if any noise comes up, we're just going to treat it like a part of meditation. You know, it's there, and we're not going to give any credence to it as much as possible. It would be considered an outside, an external distraction in our meditative practice. So that's my yogic take on it. Do the best you can with it, guys. It shouldn't be so bad. It's really calmed down from earlier today. Beautiful. There were a few people signed up. Hopefully everybody will make it in by 12. There's 2 minutes before class officially starts. If you have a yoga block, have it close by. We're going to need one at one point. Blanket is also nice to have fold under you to have a little bit of a seat. Get a little higher in the hips. And if a block is not accessible and you don't have one, you can use a thicker book. Will also work, just to have something about that height. Cool. So once you have yourself situated, seat yourself upon your mat, either propped up on a blanket, propped up on a block, flat to the floor, whatever you're most comfortable with. Allow the eyes to gently shut. A soft close of the eyes, softening the face, softening the shoulders. And allowing the breath to slow. Just feel a sense of relaxation and ease in the body. Allow that relaxation and ease in the body to translate into the breath. And allow that steady slowness in the breath to translate into the mind. Bring a calming sensation and effect. Mind, body, and breath. Allowing the hands to come up to heart center, palms touching, and a little rub of the palms. We begin with the Adi mantra followed by the Mangala Charan mantra, a traditional way to open Kundalini classes all around the world. Allowing the hands to come to stillness right at the heart center. If you're unfamiliar with these mantras, you may just listen. If you want to make your sound, make your sound. Keep coming back. You'll have it in a matter of weeks. Big inhale all together. And an exhale all the way out. And the inhale tunes us in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Dev Namo. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siringuru Dve Name. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siringuru Dve Name. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siringuru Dve Name. Inhale, draw that sweet breath into the body, holding the breath at the top of the inhalation, setting your intention for the practice, feeling in your body, feeling in your mind why you're here. And an exhale, releasing the intention and the breath. And bringing that with us, the vibration of the mantra and the intention, coming down onto the floor, lying onto your backs. As we come lying onto our backs, we'll curl the knees into the chest, wrapping the hands around the shins, a little squeeze of the knees, lifts the tailbone slightly off the floor. And then allowing the tailbone to come back down to the floor, interlacing the hands. Hands interlace around the right shin, right foot is flexed. Draw that right knee in. Inhale, that left leg high, left foot is flexed. Send that left heel far away from the hip as you can, straight leg as possible. Big inhale. And on an exhale, slowly take that left heel towards the floor, hovering about 1 inch or 2 off the ground. Keep sending that left heel away. Keep drawing that right knee in. Keep both feet flexed, and we'll add movement. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, it falls. So that's the motion, that's the breath. You find your pace. Keep sending the left heel away from the left hip, keeping the left heel extending away the entire arc of the range of motion. Drawing that right knee in, both feet flexed. Eyes are closed as much as possible through Kundalini Yoga, so the gaze is internal rather than external, really attempting to allow the whole thing to be a meditation. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, that left leg high. And an exhale, draw that left knee in. Switching sides this time, interlacing around the left shin, left foot is flexed. Draw that left knee in. And inhale, right leg high, send that right heel away. And exhale, the right heel comes down towards the floor, extending the right heel away, drawing that left knee in. And we add motion. Inhale, it rises. Exhale, it falls. Right side moving this time. Again, if you've joined class a little later, I've already apologized to everybody else. There's construction going on next door. There's nothing I can do about it. We're going to do the best we can. If any soaring or hammering happens, that's why. Nice and steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, that right leg high, straight leg as you can. Pause for a beat. And on an exhalation, knees come in, feet come flat to the floor for the moment. Inhale, we're going to lift the hips slightly. Palms face down, placed underneath the butt, and as we exhale, we're going to drop the butt on the tops of the back of the hands. Inhale, draw the knees in towards the chest, and on an exhalation, extending the left leg long, hovering about 1 foot or 2 off the ground. Inhale, right leg long, left knee in. Exhale, left leg long, right knee in. So pistoning the legs. Inhaling right, exhaling left. So any low back issues, you can go a little higher with the legs, keeping that low back safe and glued to the ground as best you can. If you can drop it a little bit lower, so about a foot off the ground is what we're aiming for. But we're aiming for safety. You want to be steady, you want to be consistent, and you want to be safe. Inhale, right leg long. Exhale, left leg long. And again, once you have the motion, close the eyes, stay steady. Five, 3, 1. Inhale, point both legs out, point the toes, hold the breath. And an exhale, dropping the heels to the ground and around the breath, deeply breathing into the navel center. And a smooth, steady exhalation. We're going to go straight on from here. Inhale, the knees curl into the chest, and an exhale. Inhale, both legs high, feet together. Exhale, both legs fall towards the earth. Inhale, they rise, double leg lifts. Exhale, they fold. Nice and steady. Keeping the low back glued to the ground. This is why the hands are underneath us the way that they are. Helping angle that tailbone slightly up to keep the low back further to the ground. And then the abdominal muscles have to do the rest of the work here. If this is immediately too much for you, bend the knees, lifting half the weight of the legs. Steady as you go. Keeping that low back safe is really important. We're going to be using this later on as well. Steady, just for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, both legs high. And exhale, knees bend, feet flat to the floor. Inhale, you're going to lift the hips slightly, palms rotate facing up. And as you exhale, extending the legs long, a little wider than the mat, so slightly wide angle here in the legs. And then deep belly breath. Inhaling, allowing that diaphragm to drop. And exhale. Beautiful. Next exhalation, curling the knees into the chest. Little rock side to side. And then finding a pause in the center. A little rock forward to back. Rolling up to an upright seat. Preparing for our Sufi grides. Palms face down onto the knees. We're going to inhale as we circle forward. Exhale as we circle back. Eyes closed once you have it. Really begin to feel into the connection here. The connection to the earth, the connection to your breath, the connection to your movement, and the connection to the energy, right? As we circle, we're going to begin to create a current. You'll feel that current when we stop, when we pause. But for now, just begin to tune in with the eyes closed. Kundalini Yoga is all about awareness. It's all about subtle shift and change, creating powerful effect in ourselves and in our lives. So just warming up here, moving towards the Kriya for detoxification. It's what we're doing in January after 2020. Just getting rid of what we don't need. Undigested energy, any stuckness in our bodies. releasing the old so we can bring in the new. But first we have to get back to neutral, back to 0. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, upright, full breath in. Find that pause, hold the breath. See if you can feel that current I was talking about. And a smooth exhalation out of the nose, keeping the upward lift in the body. And reversing the circle, inhaling forward, exhaling back, just moving in the opposite direction. So we're creating a new current, going the other way. Balancing out what we have done. Be loose, be free. Maybe even add a little smile to the corner of your mouth. Be in your breath, be rooted into the earth. Feel the support of both. Feel held by Mother Earth. Feel filled with breath. This is what sustains our life. It's very basic, it's very simple. Ultimately, all we need, the planet provides everything for us. It's our home, it's our mother. It's sacred, as are we. Nice, steady. Feel the current, be in the current, move with it. Breath and body moving in harmony, in unison. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, big breath in, full, upright. And a steady exhalation out of the nose. And as you do, you're sliding the hands down onto the shins, preparing for a slow spinal flex. We're going to tilt the pelvis forward. As we inhale, the heart is going to come forward with the tilt of the pelvis forward. Exhale, pelvis will tilt back, heart will round back as we tilt the pelvis back. And then it's a steady breath. Nice rocking motion, mechanism of action coming straight from the tilt of the pelvis. Pelvis tilts forward, pelvis tilts back, heart comes along for the ride. Chin stays slightly tucked to keep the head nice and stable. So the chin stays as parallel to the floor as possible. We're not allowing the head to lurch back and forth. We're just isolating the length of the spine between tailbone and collarbone, taking it into extension and flexion, and the breath is a catch and throw. So the inhale's a little sniff in, the exhale's a little puff out, and it's audible. Little hang time at the top of the inhale, little hang time at the bottom of the exhale. There you go. I can't see anybody's video, but I can feel you. You guys are doing great. So keep this breath, keep this rocking motion. Allow the hands to slide out onto the knees. Stay steady in the breath, stay steady in the motion. A little bit higher up in the spine now, the thoracic spine, the heart center can move a little bit more freely with the hands out on the knees. Keep it going. High spinal flex, catch and throw in the breath, eyes closed, steady motion. Come out of the effort, come out of the force, come out of the gym, be in prayer, right? Connected to the earth, connected to the breath. Feel the current inside of you. Feel the currency of your energy around you. Such an exchange. We're not pushing, we're not forcing. We're being, we're experiencing, we're feeling. There you go. Prayer in motion. Three, 2, 1. Big inhale, upright. And a smooth exhalation out of the nose. I like to get a little higher in my seat for this next part. So I prop myself up on a blanket. You can go blanket, you can go block, you can go meditation cushion, anything that you want. If you're comfortable flat to the floor, stay flat to the floor. Inhale, hands wide out and up, straight up. And an exhale, hands coming down onto the shoulders. Elbows stay at shoulder height. Little inhale, puff to the left. Little exhale, push to the right. Same catch and throw breath, just twisting now. Elbows at shoulder height, eyes closed once you have it. Why the eyes closed? So we can shut down one of the external senses. All the information that the eyes take in while they're being open gets closed off, so the mind and the body can be more focused on the subtle little changes inside, looking at inner space rather than the external. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale. Little pause at the top. Hold. Hold. And the slow, smooth exhalation as the palms face down on the knees. And breathe just to notice normal breath. Feel in. Beautiful. Allowing the eyes to blink open. Take a look at the palms. Take a look at the elbows. The elbows are probably a little bit forward from the trunk of the body. I want you to slide the hands back on the thighs so that the elbows are in alignment on either side, right and left of the trunk of your body. This is going to keep the shoulder girdle in place. So with the elbows on either side, inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, let them drop. In and out. There is a release. With each exhalation, there's a drop of the shoulders. There's a letting go of what we've been carrying. And there's a letting go of the breath. Each exhalation, letting go of tension, letting go of built, stuck energy. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, shoulders shrug up towards the ears. We hold, keeping the breath held, keeping the shoulders up. Let it build, stay. And exhale, slowly lowering the shoulders down. The palms slide back forward onto the knees. And inhale, we're going to turn the head to the left shoulder. Smooth, steady breath. Exhale, we're going to turn the head to the right shoulder. Long, deep breaths with the motion. Inhale, turning the head to the left shoulder. Feel it. Exhale to the right. In to the left. X to the right. Stay right. Pause there. Inhaling right. Nice long breath. Exhale left. So we're reversing the breath now. Inhale, gaze turns to the right. Exhale, smooth, steady motion as you turn to the left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Round of breath, normal breath. Feel the clarity, like a different person from the time we began. Coming up to standing, making your way there any way that feels right. I like to just pop up. Little shake of the legs, little shake of the hands, little shake out, little shake up, little shake down. And planting the feet, either hips width distance apart or a little bit wider than hips width distance apart. We're going to be moving into squats. Inhale, hands wide out and up, fingers interlace. Exhale, elbows wide, hands tucked behind the head, head in the basket of the hands. Big inhale, get a little taller, elbows a little wider. And exhale, squat it down. In we rise, X we squat. That's the motion, that's the breath. If you need to make it smaller, make it smaller. A little bend in the knees will do you, just moving with the breath. It's okay. You do what's right in your body. If you can, hips towards the heels or all the way down to the heels. Second round of squats for me today. Working on next month's Kriya this morning. So just know that we're going to be doing more squats next month. Building the legs, building our rooting experience at the beginning of the year. Grounding into the earth. There we go, root chakra. Just steady, a little bit more for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, big full breath as you stand up, rise tall. And exhale, slowly the hands come down, palms face forward. Breath will be racy, heart will be pumping. Stay and breathe, feel it out. Let the breath go wherever it needs. There you go. Making our way down onto our backs. I always need to make a little adjustment to my situation here. Making your way down onto your back. And as you do, flat to the floor, legs are long, palms are face down. Either side of the hips, the hands are. Drawing the heels together, pointing the toes straight up. This is our exhale position. We're going to inhale, keeping the heels together. The toes are going to point right and left, so we're just opening the toes. That's inhale. Exhale together. Inhale. X and in. X and in. So that's the motion. That's the breath. Keeping the heels together as best you can. And it's a little rapid. The turn is coming right from the feet. And we're externally and internally rotating at the waist, at the hips rather, because of the motion of the feet. Inhale out. Exhale back together. Heels touching as best you can. This begins the Kriya for detoxification. Starting with the feet, starting with the legs. We're using the Apana Vayu. The Apana Vayu is the downward moving wind, the excretion energy of the body. There are 5 vayus in yogic philosophy. This is one of them. And in the Kriya for detoxification, we tap into the apana vayu quite a bit, starting with this motion, starting with this practice right here. You'll feel the effect when we stop. Eyes are closed, moving with your breath as rapidly as you can, but as consistently, so contained. You want it to be super sloppy. Beautiful. So for the last 30 seconds, as fast as you can, breath and legs go a little bit faster, let it go, quick as you can. Might feel a little burning sensation in the legs. It's okay, we weren't going to be here for the rest of our life. Keep it going, nice and steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. And an exhale. Release the legs entirely. No gripping. You can feel this downward energy moving through the body into the legs and out the feet. That's the apana wind. The releasing, the letting go. Putting a little pressure into the heels. We're going to lift the hips slightly. Palms face down underneath the butt again. And then the butt rests on the back of the hands. This little lift with the butt helps keep the tailbone arched in a way that keeps that low back to the ground. We want this. We really want the abdominal core working, pushing that low back towards the floor or on it the entire time. Beautiful. Pointing the toes away, lifting the feet about a foot off the ground, and we're going to begin to kick like a swimmer. Long, deep breath, and steady kicking. Steady kicking. Beautiful. Keep the eyes closed once you have it. Any low back issues, you can definitely work higher. Keeping the legs as straight as you can as you do, or the legs stay about a foot off the ground. Kick, kick, kick. If you need to take a break, allow the heels to drop to the earth. Couple rounds of breath to restabilize. It's okay. Taking a break is not failure. And come back in when you're ready. Steady as we go. Keeping the breath long, keeping the breath smooth as you can. Keep pointing the toes away. Keep that low back working towards the ground. The corset of the abdomen really engaged here. Keeping the low back glued to the ground or as close to glued to the ground as you can, keeping it safe. There you go. There you go. And we've got under a minute. We've got over a minute down. Look at us go. Steady as we go. Steady motion, steady breath. You've got this. I've got you. You've got me. We've got each other. Stay with it. Five, 4, you got it. 3, keep it going. 2, yeah. And 1, big inhale, point the toes, hold the breath. And exhale, heels come to the earth. Woo, collapse, big belly breath. And exhale, let it go, let it go, let it go. Release the hands from underneath, palms face up. Kriya for detoxification. Rolling right over onto our bellies. Very little pause in between these. Palms face down on either side of the chest. Chin stays slightly tucked so the neck is long. Tops of the feet push into the earth. Doesn't need to be super strong. We're just rooting into the tops of the feet. On an exhalation, we're going to push up to the biggest cobra we can do. So if that's baby cobra, let it be baby cobra. If it's a full cobra with the arms extended straight, allow it to be that. But go what's right for your body. On an exhale, we're going to stick our tongue out and push. On an inhale, we're going to come back down. Tongue stays out. Inhale as we come back to the earth. Exhale as we push away. Think about this like lion's breath, like we're pulling out of the well, right from the root, the basin of that abdomen, right in the pelvis even, that we're plunging, we're releasing, we're getting rid of anything stuck, right through our throat, our place of truth. Yes. And you move at your pace. You move at your pace. You go up to your height. It's your body. Keep your body and your practice safe for you. Make noise. Let it out. Steady as you go. If you need to rest, you can rest. Again, rest is not failure. It's not failure to take a break. You just come back in when you're ready. In order to achieve anything, we must be skillful with where and when and how we rest. Rest is not giving up. Rest is taking a break. It's okay. You've got under a minute. Keep it steady. Let it out, let it out. There you go, let it out. 3, 2, 1. Last one. And bring it down. Hands slide forward first, then fingertips towards the elbows, and then forehead on the backs of the forearms. And just breathe. Let it go. Let the whole body relax. Feel what you feel. You may be a little sweaty, a little moist at this point. This is all part of the detoxification. Beautiful. Little pause and we roll over back onto our backs. Legs long. Palms face down by the hips. We're going to inhale, drawing the knees up and the hands fingertips point straight up to the sky. Palms flat and open. Exhale, back down. In to out. In to out. Again, moving in a way that's safe for the low back, but as rapidly as we can do safely. You may be a little faster than me. You may be a little slower than me. Make it yours. Inhale, knees come in, hands go up. Exhale, they drop back to the earth. This is a shorter duration. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, come up. And an exhale, release. And around the breath, deeply into the belly, diaphragm is loose. And an exhale. Inhale, curl the knees into the chest. And on an exhale, little rock side to side. And inhale, bringing us to stillness. And an exhale, rocking front to back. And coming right up. Back to a comfortable seated posture. Palms are face down on the knees. We're going to do something similar to Sufi grinds that we started in the warm-up, but it's a little bit different. Picture yourself sitting on a clock. 12 o'clock is forward. 1, 2, 3. So that would be a clockwise motion. 12 o'clock's right in front, clockwise. We're going to be moving counterclockwise, so the opposite of that. Staying upright in the spine, keeping the heart high. We're going to begin to churn in a counterclockwise motion right through the belly. So the belly's moving. Think belly dancing even. So we're just using the muscles of the abdomen to move in a counterclockwise motion. Long, deep, steady breath, clearing, churning, rinsing. So much of this Kriya is about the apana, that wind, and a big part of the physicality of this Kriya is moving through the glandular system, right? Our internal organs. There's different pressure in different parts, and as that pressure begins to hit those different organs, they get squished, and as they get squished, they release toxins. Toxins go out into the interstitial fluid that surrounds them, and then the breath and the blood clear those toxins from our system. All of this is the detoxification effect. It's breath, it's body, it's mind, it's a whole practice. And then our spirit feels more at home in our physical presence. There you go. Ooh, feel it churn for 3, 2, and 1. Last circle round. Inhale upright. And exhale. You can feel the release stage by stage. It moves, it breathes, it becomes part of us. Grabbing your block. Block's going to go out front and we're going to come up to standing. You may or may not need the block. It's just good to have it there just in case you do. So this time we're planting feet, hips width distance apart, no wider. Inhale, hands wide out and up, hands high. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down, legs as straight as can be. You're grabbing the ankles. So we're going to stay with the hands on the ankles if we can, and we're going to be moving from forward fold that we're in into squats. If you know that that's not possible, which it's not for me, taking your hand, putting it on the block. Beautiful. So you either have the ankles or you're holding the block. Inhale, we're squatting down. Exhale, we fold. Last motion. In, we squat. X, we fold. One last rinse, one last clearing. After the churning, after what we knocked loose. There's something sacred about this. Feel the sacredness with the breath as you move. As you inhale, you're rooting into Mother Earth. As you exhale, you're rising, but you're surrendering, bowing. Inhale, it's a fulfillment of the promise that you set at the beginning with your intention. Remember that intention and move as if your whole body was embodying that prayer being answered. There you go. 3, 2, and 1. Last fold. Inhale, rising up slowly, hands high all the way up. And an exhale, slowly the hands fall, palms face forward, finding your mountain pose and feeling what you feel. Heart higher, chest radiant, filled and ready. Coming back down, building a comfortable meditation seat. So we're going to be here for a little bit. So make it work. Blanket or block underneath of you, flat to the floor if that's what's comfortable, meditation cushion, chair, whatever works. Make it work. It's your body. We're going to be using Nad Yoga, the yoga of sound. I'm going to be chanting in a monotone voice. So it's not super celebratory, we're singing or anything like that. It's very monotone. Everything about this Kriya is about getting back to neutral, getting back to zero. We detoxify, we get back to neutral, we get back to zero, so we can begin to add the most fundamental truth to that. And in Kundalini philosophy, there is the Sat Nam. Sat Nam meaning Sat, truth, the essence from which all things sprang forth. Divinity, which became everything. The undeniable truth. Sat. Nam, legacy or name. That Sat is what we are. Sat is who we are. We come from the Sat. We are the Sat. There is nothing but the Sat. This is the truth of us. We are Sat. Sat Nam. Waheguru means wow, the indescribable bliss of knowing this, the Sat Nam. So how amazing is it that we are the essence of essence itself? Wow. That's Waheguru. So we're going to be saying Sat Nam, Waheguru. We're going to be saying Sat Nam 6 times, Waheguru once. And really embodying what we're saying. Now that we're detoxified, now that we're back to central, back to neutral, zero, we're going to add this fundamental truth back into our body. Every cell listening as we go. I'll start the chant. You can join in when you're ready. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, 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 Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Keep your chanting going, keeping the heart high, the eyes gently closed. Be soft, soft in your repetition. Be porous, your body completely open to the experience of this moment. Feeling this chant, it is a celebration, it is a recognition of the most fundamental principle of truth in yogic philosophy, that we are an extension of the beloved, the divine. We are divinity in motion, and as is everything else around us, that we are part of the oneness. And that is amazing. It's an amazing truth. Every cell listening to this vibration, this repetition, literally building the body, putting this inside of us, this vibration, this reverberation in our bodies, in our minds, within and without us. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, 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 Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Waheguru. And it's here. It's in this last minute of repetition of the chant, that it really begins to set in and come home. There is such a sense of peace. Keep reverberating, making your sound, feeling the experience as you embody it. The essence of essence itself. Wow, that's amazing. And last round. Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. Waheguru. Big inhale. And an exhale all the way out. And an inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead, push to the palms, hold the breath. Little longer breath hold here, keeping the hands high, palms pushing. And an exhale slowly now. The hands come down, fingertips graze the floor, grounding back into the earth. Inhaling. And exhaling, feel the breath. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead. Gentle little pressure into the palms. Hold the breath, stay. And exhale, slowly letting the hands fall down on the exhalation. Fingertips touch the earth in a round of breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Absolute release. One last time. Inhale, hands wide out and up. Steady force in the hands touching. Keep the breath held. And an exhalation, slowly letting the hands down, fingertips grazing the floor, resting there, regrounding. Inhale, long deep breath. Exhale, let it out. And as you do, transitioning, making your way onto your backs, lying onto the floor, making any adjustments you need to come completely into your corpse pose, your Shavasana. Whatever adjustments you need on the floor. Palms facing up as a sign of receiving. Resting in the silence, integrating the practice. Feeling the clearing that we've done. And resting in that fundamental truth. Sat Nam. Waheguru. I am the essence of life. Wow. thumbs, rubbing them along the other fingertips gently, one at a time. And wiggling the fingers, and wiggling the toes, bringing the hands together in front of the heart center, rubbing the palms. You'll lift the feet off the ground, bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together, rubbing the soles of the feet and the hands in the same way. And a big inhalation, stretch long in the legs, long in the hands, reach it out. And exhale over onto your right side, taking a round of cleansing breath. Making your way up into a comfortable seat. As you do, hands come to heart center. Big inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch overhead. I am happy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I am healthy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart. Inhale, hands wide out and up, palms touch. I am holy. Exhale, hands landing at the heart center. Out loud, repeat after me. I embody grace so fully that all who I meet feels its presence. Hands to the forehead center, closing with one long sat, one short nam. Inhaling. Sat. Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you, fantastic yogis. You can catch this class Fridays and Saturdays, Fridays at noon, Saturdays at 11 a.m., which you know because you're here. If you have any questions, I'll unmute and you can ask afterwards. We make the time for it, so please feel free to stay and ask whatever questions. You don't have to. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful one. And I'll come over and I'll see you guys around the campus if I don't hear from you now. All right, guys. Sat Nam.